Hello and welcome to the second edition of the Solent WWE Podcast, where we review Raw and Smackdown and do other funny segments. So, with me, your host, Baldeep Chahal, Jake the Snake.
Hello.
You want to say anything? Dom, Dirty Dom.
Your Solent champion. Can you please invite me by that term or introduce me by that term, please?
Absolutely not. Joe the Jobber.
Your 5-time Solent champion, thank you.
Hasn't even watched
fourth
Raw
one,
yet.
isn't it?
5.
Oh, book a tea over there.
Okay, so we're going to start the show off with just a small segment like we did last week. Just getting to know all of us and our favourite things about wrestling, really. So it's time for your favourite things.
Oh, I love that.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I do.
I'm glad you did. Right, Jake, favourite current... I'm going to go with favourite current finisher in the WWE.
Ooh. Ooh.
There's a lot out there.
There's a lot out there, yeah. I think the End of Days is up there for me.
Oh, yeah.
End of Days, I actually really like.
But do you think of the End of Days, it looks like Baron takes a bump as well?
Yeah, it must have.
It does look good, though.
Yeah, it looks really good. I'll go with that. I'll go End of Days.
All right.
Yeah.
Right, Dom, you ready for your question?
I am.
Favourite WWE merch?
Well, it's the fact, luckily this is a podcast, so they can only hear us, but I'm currently wearing a New Day shirt and carrying a toy belt. Because
This is pretty standard from you.
Yeah,
really.
and I'm 20 years old. Favourite merch? I've become quite accustomed to the good Funko Pop. I like the little character things that you can collect. And I'm going to say, well, they're all good, but the New Day ones you can get them in packs of 3, so I reckon that's the best bit of merch you can get at WWE at the moment.
Okay. And Joe, you ready?
More than ready, Baldy.
What is your favourite wrestling belt?
What, in terms of looks?
Yeah.
It's like the Solent belt. You've got to say the Solent belt.
I haven't got a Solent.
the
Have you
Solent
seen
belt
that?
is
Who
not-
made the Solent belt?
You.
Me and you.
It wasn't me.
It was you.
No, it wasn't.
Genuinely was.
Well, if someone didn't spill my glitter all over the floor, it would have been magical.
Who was that?
Sam.
Oh, right.
No names.
But favourite belt, probably... I don't actually know.
What is this past and present?
Just
Or just
right
right now.
present.
I like the IC title.
Yeah, but I'm not asking you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd have said that. Or... I don't actually have a I really don't have a favourite. I don't look at them that much.
NXT ones I think are really nice.
All right, then one's got to go.
Yeah.
One belt's got to go. And this
What,
is
the one I really don't like the look
Yeah.
of? The US one. Don't like it.
Ooh.
That could be changing, couldn't it?
Yeah, I
We've
don't
seen,
like it.
we've seen the rumours they might be
Mhm.
changing.
Have you seen the one that is supposed to be replaced by?
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I think it's just the heritage of the belt in it.
Yeah.
So
Right, let's get straight into Raw, guys. So let's start off with the Jason Jordan and Roman Reigns segment, and just that match as well, because it was all one thing. What did you guys make of that? Jake first.
I really just don't like Jason Jordan.
I feel like you speak for everyone.
Yeah, I don't know if
Excellent
if that's what we're supposed to feel now. I feel like maybe because the heel turn has to come and it will come. I feel like now there's so much heat on him and it's the right time to turn. In the next couple of weeks, leading into Rumble, he's got to be turned because there's so much heat on him. Nobody likes him.
nobody was cheering him at all.
I
were
don't
they?
understand what he is. What even is he? Is he face?
He's a mess. That's
I
what
think,
he
I
is.
think yeah, I think he's supposed to be a face, but
No, it's just not working.
yeah, it's not working. Yeah, he but to be fair to him, in ring, he's actually very good.
Okay.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
he
he
was-
looked good against Roman.
yeah, he did look really good. And like most matches he's had matches against Cena now and Kane, and I think, but he's always looked good. But there's just something missing for his character. This is like the third week in a row now. He's doing the whole, oh, my knee hurts, but I'm fine,
Yeah.
and carry on. It's just like,
Oh, Dad, please give me a match.
yeah, it's like,
Yeah, well, how can you get behind that?
yeah,
Like, he needs to be heel.
he needs to be heel.
And I
Yeah.
think he'd excel as a heel.
Well, he did
Yeah.
he did attack
Yeah.
Reigns from behind. Is
Yeah.
that not a heel turn?
Maybe they're teasing it. I really don't know what they're doing with him. to be honest.
Yeah, I think it's
They
more
are
teasing
turning him
it.
heel, yeah.
I think I'd say in that segment of Reigns Jordan would be the heel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. At the
If that was a
moment.
feud,
To be fair, with Reigns, I will say him and the mic has improved a lot. Like,
Reigns.
yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like on the Monday, that's when I really thought, oh, actually, he's actually improved quite a lot.
yeah, which is good because he wasn't really a talker in the Shield. He was
No,
like
he was a muscle, wasn't he?
So
Like,
he has needed to work on his voice. a
He
bit
got
more.
better when he had that little thing with John Cena. Because Cena's so good
Yeah,
on the
I
mic that
agree,
he had
yeah.
to step
Yeah.
up.
You
and
You see,
actually-
he said he's the best performer in the WWE.
who?
Who?
Roman Reigns.
What, John Cena said that?
John Cena.
No,
was-
Reigns said that.
about Cena.
Let me just double check that. I saw it on Twitter earlier.
Absolutely shambles. You could be selling the people lies.
No, it's 100%. Like, it was an article and everyone was reacting to it.
Selling the people dreams.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me at all. But
Would you agree?
No.
What? He's the best.
What,
Yeah.
Cena?
No, Reigns.
Oh, Reigns. Reigns
Said he's the best.
Wait,
Cage side seats. Roman Reigns calls himself the best performer in the ring in the world right now.
No.
Absolutely not.
No.
I think he's
There-
good.
That's a bit arrogant, isn't it?
There's at least 5 other people I'd put ahead of him in terms of in ring.
I think it's good that he's confident now. You know, people used to say you can't
Yeah.
wrestle, and I think people will agree that he does put on good matches. But
Yeah.
best performer,
No.
I could probably think of 5 other people on Raw.
go on then, on the spot.
On Raw.
Yeah, Samoa Joe, Cesaro, Seth.
Okay, yeah, but would you rather watch Cesaro in the main event or Roman Reigns in the main event?
Yeah, right.
Roman Reigns.
Yeah, I would rather watch Roman Reigns.
Exactly. Would
That-
you watch Samoa Joe or Reigns in the main event?
Joe.
I love
Really?
I love Joe.
Yeah.
I'd rather watch Reigns.
I said
so would
to
I love Joe.
I said
Reigns
to
is just a beast.
Dom earlier that obviously we forgot about Samoa Joe in that segment as well. He's having a big part to play now as well, and I think overall, I think he's the best superstar in the rest of the world
Samoa
now.
Joe?
Overall, yes, including in ring, on the mic, and his actual character. His character is very good.
Yeah, I agree. He is all round actually very good.
AJ's amazing, but I don't think he's as good as Joe on the mic.
Yeah, I can see where you're coming
I'm
from.
trying to think of someone else.
I think Joe's the most complete superstar they've got.
Which is weird because he's only been on the main roster just over a year.
Yeah,
You know
not
what?
even a year.
Could be a shout, you know. Braun, Mike's skills aren't.
Mike's, no.
Miz is close.
His character's good.
Oh, the Miz.
Yeah, Miz is,
Because
Miz is
he's
good.
not bad in ring.
But Miz is not as good as
It's because he's
SmackDown.
not
No.
he's not box office enough.
I think a lot of people would say AJ.
Yeah, but across the whole thing, definitely. But sometimes I don't like when he talks. He goes on. for a
Yeah,
bit,
he's,
so-
he can be good in the mic, but I think Samoa Joe's a lot more.
AJ's catchphrase central. You know he's going to
Yeah.
say, because this is the house that
This is
AJ Styles
yeah.
built,
Mm.
and I'm AJ.
And Samoa
yeah.
Joe is very believable. Like he looks like he's
Yeah, he
mad.
looks like
he
he's
looks
yeah,
like
he carries himself like
yeah.
yeah.
Agreed.
All right, should we move on?
Lovely.
Right, Joe. What did you? It was a really odd segment actually. It was the Nia Jax and Enzo. Like, I don't even know what that was.
Yeah.
What did you think?
Don't really know what to make of it. Like we were saying last week, weren't we, that Nia's not really. We don't really know what role Nia has,
Mm-hmm.
and that's just confused me even more because, like, what is the whole point? I don't understand. Like,
I feel
but-
so sorry for Nia.
Yeah,
She's like one of the best workers in that division, and she's being put with the cruiserweights. Remember, this is where Alicia Fox was like six months ago, and now they've got Nia Jackson.
Well, she's not being yet. It was just a little teaser thing. Like obviously she could do, and I think she might become maybe Enzo's kind of carer,
I don't
bodyguard.
want that though.
Yeah, neither do I.
It's
But
so pointless.
yeah,
It's trash.
but I just think she's been lost in obviously with Paige coming back and the new women coming back coming up, Oscar arriving. I think Nia Jax just got lost in the heat. I think obviously Oscar's gonna go for a title. Paige's little clan are doing what they're doing. And where's Nia Jax doing? Where's she go?
Mm.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
hard.
but there's surely a better role than
No, 'cause you
putting
can't.
her with the cruise.
I can tell you where she goes. SmackDown.
No,
Yeah.
I think Asuka's arrival is just kind of put her in the back, if you know
Yeah,
what
it
I mean.
has,
Like,
yeah.
you can't really have both of them. It's just weird.
You
It's
can't
weird
have
thing.
both of them losing either. You can't just
Exactly.
feed Jax to someone.
No. She should go to SmackDown along with Balor, but we'll get to Balor
Ooh,
in a bit.
teaser.
Yeah. Does anyone want to do their segment? Who wants to go first? Should we
Just
go?
chuck any on.
Yeah, go on, surprise us. Surprise us with our music.
Do you all know your jingles though?
I don't mind.
Okay. Well, it's pretty obvious. Time for elsewhere in wrestling.
Yeah, so it's actually been quite a slow news week in terms of wrestling as a whole, but we've actually got a lot of stuff coming out of Anthem and TNA this week.
Mm-hmm.
So this may feel like a long time ago now, but Anthem did drop all the legal cases against the former Stars gimmicks. Obviously, a lot of them left, including Matt Hardy, and we've seen that he's now broken. So Anthem have dropped their legal cases there.
He's woken.
He's been awoken in WWE, which is good for WWE and anyone else on the indie circuit who's not now with Impact. Laurel Van Ness is the Knockouts champion. I believe that episode was going to air, but she's also leaving. She won the belt and then mutually terminated our contract. So she's doing her last set of filming before she leaves, and she's currently going out with Zack Ryder, if anyone was interested.
Ooh, nice.
A bit of a gossip there.
Really?
Impact actually relocated this week as well. They moved to Canada, so their Nashville office has closed. So they'll mainly be based in Canada now, with a lot more house shows as well, which would be quite good. I think I've got one more bit of TNA. No, I haven't. I've got Ring of Honor. Final battle is next week, and they've added War Machine to the lineup. They're going to face the Addiction, which includes former champion Christopher Daniels. Also on that card, you've got Marty Scurll versus Jay Lethal. That's a big one. The Young Bucks, so Adam Page and the Young Bucks versus Flip Gordon, Dragon Lee, and Titan, which would be good because obviously Flip Gordon goes into being the Elite Series. And also you've got Cody Rhodes and Dalton Castle for the Ring of Honor World Championship. In UK news, Defiant, they launched on Monday. Obviously, that used to be WCPW. They launched We Are Defiant with Stu Bennett as their new general manager. And Marty Scurll won the triple threat match for the first Defiant belt. Austin Aries debuted on the show, which was great to see Austin Aries. Obviously, he can't wrestle yet, but hopefully he should be able to soon. And I think it's only one of the couple of UK shows that he's going to be on, so that'll be good for Austin Aries.
Right.
He attacked Martin Kirby throughout the match. He attacked Martin Kirby. Yeah, after the match, sorry. BT Gunn, Joe Coffey are the number one contenders for Primate and Jimmy Havoc's tag titles on there. They fought in the pre-show. But it's actually funny because Primate then faced Havoc later on in the night, and Primate retained his hardcore championship. So you don't see tag champions facing off against each other for another championship. So that was quite a good watch. I definitely recommend you go watch it. The triple threat with Joe Hendry and Mike Scurll.
For UK wrestling fans,
Yeah, and Martin Kirby. It was a really good match. Definitely check that out. The hardcore match as well was quite funny with a lot of beer, and there was
It was actually really good.
Yeah, there's a couple.
We watched it.
Did you? I didn't.
Well, I didn't watch all of it, but I watched like the main parts of it anyway.
Yeah.
I missed the first few matches, and I thought it looked really good.
Yep. It was a very good card, so yeah, definitely check that out. I think you can get it for $3. There's a 30-day free trial if you sign up and watch Defiant Wrestling, which I need to cancel. Come to think of it.
Long live Wade Barrett.
Yeah, he's GM there, and he actually, one of my kind of catchphrases is the bad news thing. Can you play it, Val?
I don't think it's on it. Oh,
What?
It is.
I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
But as he showed the belt off at the start, because of the new company, they've got a new belt, he went, "I've actually got some good news for once," and it was quite funny. But yeah, that is all the news in the other world of wrestling. Not a lot going on this week, but hopefully next week it will pick up a bit with Final Battle taking place this weekend.
Okay. Well, thanks for that, Dom. Informative as always. Right. So let's get just one more thing.
Yeah.
So I was watching SmackDown, and you remember when we said Absolution was like one of the worst names?
Yes.
And then they brought back the Welcoming Committee, and I was like, hold on. There's a rival, because the Welcoming Committee.
Did they call them that, the Welcoming Committee?
Do you remember Natalia, Tamina?
Yeah.
That's got to be worse than Absolution. Come on.
Yeah, well, it was worse because wasn't Tamina one of the people who moved across from Raw to SmackDown, and she was in the Welcoming Committee?
Yeah, this is just WWE.
Yes,
it just is.
Silly boys.
Silly boys. Right. Did anyone watch the Cruiserweight segment?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay, you two can talk about it because I skipped it.
It was very,
It was
very
really good. What a match.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It just shows what they can do with the hot crowds that are into the match, and just let them. I think they're about 15 minutes. 15?
Yeah, they got 15, 20 minutes.
20 minutes, and it was really, really good. I think
It's nice to see.
Mustafa Ali is that his name? Mustafa,
Yeah,
I think
Mustafa
I
Ali,
yeah.
yeah.
He's incredible. He was the star of the match for me, and it was a really, really good match.
It just shows how exciting it can be, and on the back of that, they put 3 house shows, which are just 205 live stars. And I don't think they'll draw, but they should. Because those people were on an indie show, people would go to watch it if you're a fan of the indies.
Yeah.
But because it's WWE 205, people would be put off it.
See, after that actually, obviously, I've never really been interested in 205 Live, but that match genuinely caught my interest. And I thought, you know what? If a match like that more often, I'd watch it a lot more frequently.
I think Ali's actually, Mustafa Ali is
he's
very, very
he's
good.
really
Yeah.
good.
They're all good. Cedric Alexander, obviously, he was one of the stars of the Cruiserweight Classic with his match. But yeah, he was amazing as well.
Great finisher as well.
It was a good, the right decision for the winner as well.
Drew Gulak?
Yeah.
He's over.
Yeah.
He didn't get to do his PowerPoint, though. He got cut off.
Yeah, that was a shame, that wasn't it? But
Yeah, but
what winner, I think.
yeah, so he'll be on next week facing Rich Swann, won't he, for the number one contender to the title.
Ooh,
Who's going to win?
Uh,
I'd say
Do you think they'll do
Rich
the
Swann,
Gulak,
heel versus face.
Oh, if they turned Drew Gulak.
Gulak face because he's
Ooh.
kind of over?
Yeah, that'd be.
And
Yeah.
face Enzo.
And it gives someone new a platform because Rich Swan's already had the title.
And he is over, like you said.
Yeah, why not?
He'll probably Rich on it, but
Yes. Right. One one more Raw segment before we do something else. Finn Balor versus Bo Dallas. Anything
What
to
a
say?
load of.
Rubbish.
I won't say
Believe
it.
it's the
Go on,
word.
Joe.
Just, I think it says everything when you've got Finn Balor, who's like meant to be like one of the biggest things in Raw, fighting Bo Dallas. Like, when was the last time Bo Dallas actually had a singles match before this? Like, a long time.
Yeah, it's been a while because obviously he's been part of the Miz trials. So
So, like, does that not just show you how little they think of Finn at the moment? That they're
Yeah.
going to give him Bo Dallas?
yeah, but he needed a win.
I
Yeah, but
don't
you
think the
don't-
Twitter stuff's helping him.
No, I think it will eventually.
What, tweeting out?
Yeah, I think fans will start getting behind it.
But for
It's-
Vince, I meant like.
Oh, for Vince, yeah, it's not helping for Vince, no. But I think if after he keeps on going and Twitter goes a bit mad about it, then they have no choice but to give him some
I think
chances.
he'll try to become the new Daniel Bryan,
Yeah.
which is very hard because you've got to be really, really likable.
Yeah, and is he? I wouldn't
Mm.
say so.
What about Finn Hill? Just out of curiosity.
I threw this out there on
Do it.
the podcast I featured on Friday, and yeah, if he came out just down the ramp, imagine like because everyone does the whole throw your arms in the air.
And
Imagine-
he doesn't do it.
Yeah, if he doesn't do it, that's gonna get so much heat. It's so easy. It'll be so easy for him to pick up heat.
Who could he turn on though? Like, who could
He doesn't like he comes out as a demon gimmick, and everyone's expecting to join in, and he doesn't, and then he just stares them out or something,
I'd love him to
and then
do more
teases a
demon
heel
stuff,
turn, if you know what I
yeah.
mean. So like everyone's like, "What the hell just happened there?" And the next week he does something,
Then move to SmackDown and the club reunite.
and he's at.
Yeah.
Well, that's already interesting, more interesting than what he's done recently.
Yeah. Well, we just created something magical there.
Mm.
WWE sign us up.
Yeah. Val, is it okay if you hit the music for some defend the?
I was about to
Indefensible?
do that just after
Yes.
this segment.
So go on, play
It's
the music
time.
first. So I won last week defending Indefensible, therefore I set the questions for this week's part of the show. We'll go to Bao
Oh, why?
for the
Why
first
me
one,
first?
even though you're in charge of the music, so you could sort yourself out your own time up.
Definitely get
So I give you a wacky statement. You have to defend it for 30 seconds. Are you ready?
Is it about the Undertaker? Because I.
It's not about the Undertaker. I haven't made them person specific, so I can choose any one of three that I've got here.
Oh, okay, cool.
So we're gonna have, yeah. Are you ready?
Yeah. When do you want me to hit the? After you say it.
As soon as I say the question, your time starts. Okay. When WWE come to the UK, they should dedicate the show of Raw to the Solent Championship.
100%. If you look at the Solent Championship, we've grown massively in just a couple of weeks. And we've done our videos online. We even took punishments. I remember you took slaps. That was dedication. We've done hot chilies. We've literally done a lot. I did wax strips on my leg. So yeah, we put time and effort into WWE. So I think it's time that they really show us some appreciation. And yeah, we're always positive towards the WWE. I think we're always constructively criticising them, but we will always try and make them get better. So yeah, I think that's about it really.
That's quite
Nah.
poor, that, wasn't it? That's quite poor.
No, that's good.
Great. Are
It's
you the
okay.
judge?
No, it was good because you filled the time first of all. That's the best thing.
But the thing with that
Yeah.
is because it's like we are so it's quite easy because you can just talk about things we've done.
All I can say is Jake.
It doesn't matter what you think.
Oh.
Hates it.
He just got caned.
Look at it.
So, Val, that was a very good start to defend the Indefensible this
Thank
week.
you.
Well done, mate.
Thank you. Are we ready for the next segment?
And we are.
Joe, I'm going to go to you.
Lovely.
Right.
Where's my music?
No, we're not doing a segment. Are you listening? I meant Raw segment.
Oh, go on then.
Braun, the Abominable Strowman.
What,
His segment with
against
Elias. Yeah.
Well, I think we all knew that at some point Kane was going to get involved in that because they
just
haven't
does.
really ended that feud with them two. For Elias, I thought that he did well last week, and we all picked up on that against Reigns. Unless they are trying to give him that push and put him against better stars, like they've given him Reigns last week, they'll give him Strowman this week. And although like he lost both times, maybe that is showing that they think a bit more of him. In terms of Strowman, like it was obvious he was just gonna mess about with Elias for a bit, and then the big thing would be obviously Kane. But
Yeah.
yeah, there's not really too much to say about the segment other than the fact that
It's-
now Kane Strowman again.
Yeah,
which
it's
is
set
a
up for
bit
next week,
annoying.
isn't it? So
Touched on Elias though. He's suddenly moved from. I like it though. he's moved from like your Jason Jordans and stuff. Now he's fighting Reigns and Strowman. I know he's losing, but it just gives him a bit of experience, at the top.
Yeah, it's good to see. He's a good worker. He's got a lot better in the ring over the last year or so since he's been on Raw. So why not? He gets a reaction from the crowd, whether it's them cheering, whether it's them booing. He gets a reaction, which is the best thing for a wrestler. So yeah, go for it, Elias.
Okay, right, big segment now, lads. You ready? We're gonna go on to Woken Matt. So Jake, I know you were very happy about this.
Well, last week, obviously, I said that it was too late and they missed the opportunity, and I just want to apologise for what I said. I think the hot crowd obviously helped it, but if the crowd's hot in the future weeks, it could be the biggest thing on Raw.
Yes.
Awful impression.
It was really good. Bray, this is what Bray needs as well. Bray needs something like this. A big feud that.
And Bray can win.
Yeah.
It
doesn't matter.
I think it's gonna be. They better not ruin it.
This is what they both need. This.
I want them to do some ridiculous match gimmicks.
Yeah.
Outside, like
House of Horrors.
Yeah, like the final deletion. When you look back at it, was so funny. I just really wanted to do something like it.
He did say that in the promo.
Did he?
You're gonna something deletion.
Yeah.
And
No, he said you have been sentenced to deletion.
Yeah, that might mean a final deletion match.
Oh.
I hope it's because of
Maybe.
to Mania. Imagine if they can carry this feud on to Mania,
Yeah.
and keep it interesting.
Yeah, I'd happily see that. But there's not a lot you can do at Mania. Because you can't do some random gimmicky match. It'll literally be a one-on-one wrestling. I'd rather give Matt just a segment at Mania rather than a match, I think. Because his match last year was so good, him winning the tag titles. I'd probably just give him a segment to go out to the crowd.
Did you know that was Jeff Hardy's first ever win at WrestleMania?
Yeah.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah, it's his first ever win at WrestleMania.
He's involved in multi-men matches, isn't it? So he's not gonna win many.
Obviously, Matt beat him at one as well.
Yeah. Yes. What did you make of the segment? Though? I really enjoyed it. The promo thing.
Funny.
Yeah.
Which has got to be, isn't it? Funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Different.
Last week we were saying about Bray being stale with his whole even his promos are boring, but where him and Matt they can kind of bounce off each other, so these promos are going to be really good. And I just think they work well together. Like we were saying that you'd put them together just like naturally, and it kind of just flows.
Yeah.
And they both have gimmicks that they can work off from each other, so it just makes sense, doesn't it?
Massive pressure on whoever's writing that storyline because they got to deliver.
In TNA, obviously Matt had all the creative control over his character, so whether he gets that in the WWE would be a bit of a different story. I hope they don't give it to him though, because
you've seen what he's done, and you know that he can get the best out of Bray. I think
they should trust him now as well.
That's what I mean. Like he should be trusted with the storyline. He won't try and bury Bray. He probably rates Bray and will try to elevate him as well. So just let him do what they want. I'd say.
I think keeping him by keeping him not coming to the ring. Because obviously all the fans were waiting to see that and waiting to see him come out. I think holding that off in the long run is a smart move, because when he does actually finally come out again, to the ring, the pop is going to be...
And he'll come out fully dressed in all his broken gear.
Yeah.
I really want Rebby Sky to come in, which is his wife. She featured a lot on TNA. So I really hoped that she gets some kind of feature, as well as Maxwell, which is his son. He got a win over Rockstar Spud in TNA, which it was quite funny if you watch it. But I hope they kind of bring that all in and just milk it. I'd literally, this run to Mania, I'd milk the absolute hell out of it.
How long is Jeff out for? Does anyone know?
I think till around Mania.
Oh.
So he's got a good singles run ahead of him now, Matt. Give him the time. They can bring in so much money, man.
Would you bring them back together when Jeff comes back?
Not straight away.
Brother Nero?
Yeah, it is. Brother Nero's good, but it's not as good as Matt.
No, but I mean, do you bring him back as the Enigma, whether it was, I can't remember what his name.
Let Jeff go on a title, let him go for the Intercontinental or the United States, or let him go for one of them.
You don't want him to join Matt?
Not straight away.
Matt can do it by himself.
Not straight away. Over time, I want them to get into I think they'll do the feud, Matt versus Jeff again, and then Jeff will join.
Would you? I don't think I'd care about that.
Really?
No, I've seen it before.
Yeah, but I think now it's different, isn't it?
There's a lot of things we've seen before, though. We've seen the Shield before, and we were still buzzing about that.
To be fair, the Shield vs. Spud was actually really good this week. But yeah, carry on.
Yeah.
So we'll see where it goes, but I think we can all agree that there's a lot of potential.
Oh
there.
yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, let's just hope they don't ruin it. Trust in WWE. Asuka versus Fox, another Asuka win. Anyone want to comment on that?
Well,
Not really the match, just what happened afterwards again.
Yeah, that's the same thing. Yeah.
Mate, what if? Okay, outrageous claim for me.
Something about Asuka.
What if Oscar's behind it?
Yeah, because she's come from the same place as all of them lot.
She's like the second week in a row where they've come around the ring.
Yeah.
They've let her go.
Wait,
Oscar
hold
is
up.
smiling.
Wait one second. Mystic Jake time.
It's not Mystic Jake, man.
It really is.
That is kind of true, though.
I like that. Actually, a lot.
And obviously she walks off and she smiles as the other girls enter the ring. What if she's somehow behind it?
Yeah.
Or part of it, and
Just to try and get herself the title. Because if they wipe out all the competition, it just leaves her with no one.
why else would she just be let to leave? And why else would she be
'cause
smiling? And
It's because they fear her. Like, that's
I thought that was what they were doing. They
Yeah, but
fear.
that's-
Yeah, but
makes
you
them look
can
weaker.
make it look like that. But then when they do the massive turn,
I think it would make Paige look like an absolute wetty if they did that.
what if Asuka was controlling?
but what if no? How about this though? What about if Oscar turns on Paige, and then Paige turns the face? Oscar turns the heel with her clan behind her. Do you know what I mean?
It can happen over time.
Or Asuka and Paige, like Asuka's, if it turns out that she's obviously with Paige and what they called Absolution, but then Paige is like, okay, I've helped you, I want my shot, and Asuka's like, hell no, and then she turns face, like you say, because everyone wants to cheer Paige.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like that.
It will happen over time. I think the two girls will turn on Paige eventually. It's just a matter of when, and not for a while anyway. Maybe before Mania.
There's so much stuff with Raw though, because you've got the Bailey and Banks thing that everyone wants. You've got Bliss. She
was on commentary.
Yeah.
Yeah, like what? And then you got Jax that's been thrown with Enzo, and then you got us. Mate, there's a lot of talent on Raw.
Yes, there's two words I've got to say about that. Royal Rumble.
Like my idea from last week.
Yeah,
Incredible.
Can I just
stuff.
say, is anyone surprised at how much time Alicia Fox actually got with Oscar?
Yeah.
And she actually got some more fencing as well. Like, you can't just bury Dana Brooke in 0.3 seconds and then Alicia Fox.
Dana Brooks for the future. Yeah.
I don't know if you're doing it in chronological order, but Paige versus Sasha, that got a lot of time.
Did I not mention that?
No, you have not mentioned that.
No,
Brilliant.
but it got like 25 minutes.
It was
20 minutes?
probably around 25 minutes. And for me, it was very disappointing.
Yeah.
It was very slow. It was very
It was
it was clumsy. It was clumsy. A lot of mistakes. A lot of clumsy.
You say that a lot about the women's match.
No, because obviously there are some very good women who are always solid, and I expect that. I expect a very solid match from Paige Banks, like everyone would.
Yeah.
I just don't think.
You got to remember that is Paige's first match in a year and a half.
No,
'cause
but
we
it won't
discussed it
be
at the
though.
beginning.
She will have a lot of matches back doors and stuff like that. But I expect it to be a bit better. But
Yeah.
I think Paige was not as good as we remember her in terms of in ring.
But was she really good though?
No, she was she wasn't amazing. She wasn't the next big thing. I mean, a lot of women on the roster now are better than her, but it's the fact she can talk.
And
She's
she's just got a good character, you know what I mean? She's different.
I think she's likable. Like if you turn her face, she's very likable.
Yeah, because she's the outcast.
Yeah, she's different.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, well, final segment of Raw before we do anything else. Cesaro and Sheamus versus the Dean Ambrose and Running Shield. Again.
I would comment, but I didn't watch it. I watch everything else apart from that. I'm just so bored of it. I really am.
It was a really good match.
It was a very good match.
That could easily be on a pay-per-view match.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking this is pay-per-view quality. It was a really, really good match. There's a lot of like you didn't know what's going to happen next, and obviously Joe came out during it.
Yeah.
What is Joe's motive? He's just getting involved with the Shield.
It was too right. I think he's trying to just screw over Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
And so the Shield will have all the titles. But I am glad that Kurt Angle came out because obviously when it finished as a DQ.
Yeah.
For that kind of caliber of match, it didn't deserve to end in DQ. So I'm glad Kurt Angle came out and.
I was so annoyed when it finished by DQ.
Yeah.
I was like, after all this, you've it literally the rest called it off because Sheamus was stamping a bit.
How good Cesaro though? Cesaro.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah, very good.
I think everyone in there is good though. Sheamus is very underrated.
Oh, he still is underrated. He's very good.
He's so like clean. Like you rarely see him make a mistake. He's always like hits his moves perfectly.
His finish is kind of protected as well now.
Yeah, Bro Kick is very
one boot
protected.
and it's done.
Yeah,
One
it's
broke.
very
Poor
protected.
Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, 18 seconds however long it was. But yeah, that was a really, really good match. But it's just a shame that the Shield didn't win the titles back. But it's a matter of time, innit?
You reckon?
Yeah, of course it is.
We'll see anyway. Right, that sums up the Raw review. Let's get into Hell of Stale.
Forgot that was my music.
There you go.
Okay, so I haven't really thought of someone stale, but you lot have helped me for this one. And we talked about him earlier. It was Finn Balor. I was tempted to say him last week, but then all of this stuff happened over Twitter, and you thought, he might get a little bit of a shot now that he's made it clear that he's unhappy, and that WWE might notice this and realise that he's possibly he is one of the best people in their brand, but they're just not using him properly. But I think we've already touched on the whole Bo Dallas thing. It just does make him look awful. Like, it shows how it's like punishing him almost. Like, they're just giving him absolute nobodies just to finish, and then he's not actually building up to anything though, because if they keep chucking him all this rubbish, it's not going to build his reputation. It shows he can beat people he should be beating.
Yeah, and Corey Graves at the end of his match said, he's building momentum, carrying on. For what?
Yeah, where is he building to?
Yeah.
I don't understand how you go from the first person to win the Universal to this.
Yeah, they always mention that.
I don't understand how they... What do you think has caused that massive drop-off, though? Like, why do you think they don't rate him anymore? What's happened?
I just don't think he's very well suited to the WWE. I
think because of his build, or...
No, that and his wrestling style, I think he's made for the Indies. He's made for Japan. And I just don't think Vince... You know, Vince was them big...
When I think of NXT, and I think of NXT working, I think of Finn.
But AJ...
AJ's different, though.
AJ went out and proved it for 10 years in America. So people knew who he was, people knew what he could do. Whereas Finn came not from an American background, but from a Japanese and a British background, which at the time British was unexplored. Since the last couple of years, since he's been in America, Britain's got a lot better. So he probably wasn't trusted, I think.
Do you think it'd make more of a difference if Finn was his demon character more? Or do you think that'd have any...
Vince wants to keep it protected.
Yeah.
I don't know why, because he's literally ruining the reputation of Finn, so...
Maybe he could pick up so many losses that he does the demon every week.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, just do something with him. It's just dull. Maybe his ceiling, everyone had his ceiling too high.
I think he's dull. I do think he's dull. I think he's very good in ring, but I think his character and...
I do think
dull.
his personality is a bit
Yeah, maybe his ceiling... I know this might be outrageous to some, but maybe it is like an intercontinental US title, and then doing an occasional main event.
Well, he's a solid worker, so he would really go into that whole intercontinental thing, which is about technical matches. When you think of Bret Hart back over time and stuff like that.
Yeah, but is it believable fighting people like Brock and Braun?
No.
I'd like to see him versus Brock, just to see what they could do together, because I think it'd be like Brock and AJ.
Yeah.
Do you think he'd make it look that good?
Yeah.
No.
I think he can. He's very talented.
I think he can.
As talented as AJ.
Think how good his matches were with Samoa Joe back in NXT.
But is that Samoa Joe making him look good though?
No, Finn Balor. I think you're going a bit over the top. Finn Balor's very good.
He's a very good worker.
When was the last good Finn Balor match?
AJ one.
Yeah, the match with AJ that was underrated.
But then before that, I don't know.
Yeah, he didn't have many good matches with Bray.
No chemistry.
No good matches.
I don't remember who he was feuding with before Bray.
That's the thing with Finn. I think you've got to find someone that he actually works with, and I just don't know who.
That's what I mean by his style. But his style might not suit WWE.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
I'd say move him to SmackDown, in my opinion.
Yeah, but then where? For the main event slot, or for the US, or
whatever. Just give him something new in SmackDown. Like we said, what was our idea again? Oh, where he just comes out on SmackDown. Everyone's that's an idea. He comes out on SmackDown. Everyone's like, he's on SmackDown. Everyone's waiting to do the old, hand thing, and he doesn't do it, and he just walks like a Kevin Owens walk. Doesn't do anything. And then
did you see something on Road Dogg on Twitter? Then deleted it about 2 minutes later.
Oh, classic. What's he said now?
He said about someone said, my dream match at WrestleMania is Nakamura versus Finn versus AJ, and he replied to it saying. Something along the lines of be careful what you wish for, or something like that, hinting that that's what they could be doing, or but
that means that Finn would have to
but that's Road Dogg. He says a lot of stuff today.
I don't want Finn in that match. I just want AJ Nakamura, to be honest with you.
I think that's what they will go for at Mania. I think so anyway.
Yeah. Stale? Do you want to go on Stale, Joe?
Well,
Hale, sorry.
Hale.
Yeah.
Matt Hardy just at the moment, because he wasn't really doing too much. I didn't really like it. When he come back, he got this massive pop, and everyone was like, "Oh, they're back. Matt and Jeff are back," and all this. And then their matches seem to just get a bit boring as a tag team, and we were all wondering when they were eventually going to maybe go off and do their own singles thing. They might not have done it this early if it wasn't for Jeff's injury, but it's almost perfect timing for Matt that Jeff's injured now, because Bray is in the middle of nowhere. As I said, he was my stale last week. And to put... They're both very similar, and to put two people who are a little bit out in the cold at the moment and put them together and make something like that could be like seriously good.
Yeah.
And his just promos are really good. Like this whole character, like where they didn't have they can't get the broken thing, but now they've managed to sort out some woken deal or just this whole woken character.
Yeah.
It is a still broken thing.
Yeah, it just adds so much to him as a persona. Like he's interesting on his own. Like it's Matt Hardy. Everyone loves the whole nostalgia around him. But since he's got this new character, he's got Bray, who's equally as weird and crazy as him. I just honestly think that's like a match made in heaven. It's just perfect timing.
Okay, sweet. Dom, you ready? It's time, I think.
Who's it going to be? Is it going to be Joe or is it going to be Jake?
Bum, bum.
I'm going to do Jake's.
Ooh.
And I've gone a little bit out the box this week.
Okay.
And I've kind of gone down, used a little spin-off of WWE because I know you watch it.
Look at his face.
So it's about Total Divas, this one.
That's a great program.
Yeah. So your Defend the Indefensible is Michael Cole should give up his job on Raw and narrate over Total Divas alongside Jerry Lawler.
I mean, Michael Cole has been the voice of WWE for a long time now. It makes sense. It helped the Divas. It helped the division. He has a better knowledge of the wrestlers. He has better knowledge of the matches. He can talk about the Divas more in depth. Jerry Lawler, obviously, everyone knows what he's like. He'd love it. He'd have a great time looking at the Divas. And I just think it's a match made in heaven. Michael Cole, Jerry Lawler, Total Divas. What a great combination.
Oh, right on the time.
Yeah,
That was good, but you did start on a bit of a wayward.
And you
bit
said
wayward.
that
Jerry Lawler's
Jerry
a
Lawler
perv.
would like the girls. You were like Jerry
He
Lawler.
does.
You know he listens to this
He does.
podcast.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jerry.
Allegedly. Yeah, so that was still good though. That was better than last week. We can
I
say
appreciate
much.
that, man.
Yeah, so he's getting better. He's improving with
How
age.
long is the actual timer? I haven't worked it out yet. Is it 30 seconds?
It's like 25 to 30 seconds.
It's hard to
It
measure
feels
it. like when
longer
you're
than that,
talking,
doesn't it?
like-
Yeah.
It does feel like it's gone on for ages.
It's such a relief when the end bit.
Yeah. I get proper sweaty.
Yeah, my hands are really sweaty now.
But by the way, I didn't tell you all that the reason I bought this belt. It's called the Defend the Indefensible belt. So
Oh,
you will win the WWE belt if you win Defend the Indefensible.
Do you want me to take it back now? Or?
mate, I think that's mine. But we'll see at the end.
I haven't even had a go yet.
Yeah, but Joe,
I was
yeah.
the worst.
Yeah,
at this last
yeah,
week.
come on now.
I feel like there's a lot of pressure though where I'm next to Dom. It's like everyone's going to stare at me.
Oh no. Not your friends looking at you.
mate, I'm on the other side of the room and you're all staring at me whilst I do mine.
You can't see this, but Bal's actually behind 2 layers of glass. We had to get him put away for.
Bal's been quarantined.
It's not a great view.
There's a couple of race issues going on at the moment.
You don't. Oh no, it didn't work. for you.
What was it?
You just made the list.
Right.
Smackdown.
Smack diddly down. First segment. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn's promo, and then Orton's RKO. Dom.
Thank God Shane's music didn't hit first. That's the first thing I thought.
Yeah.
Smackdown. I was like, oh my God, thank God it's someone else's music. But it's quite funny. Sammy doing the whole, this is ringside, this is the ramp. That was funny.
Yeah.
Like that, he is a funny heel. And Orton I honestly didn't know where the flipping hell he came from.
Yeah.
He literally appeared out the blue. And it was good. Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah.
But they did talk for a bit too long.
Jake.
That's the Randy Orton that I like.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one I can get behind again. Is the Randy Orton that just doesn't care. RKO's everyone literally out of nowhere. Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens is obviously very good in the mic, and I actually think Sami Zayn's the perfect little sidekick for him at the minute.
Yeah.
I think they're the best thing about SmackDown.
Yeah, I like the chemistry.
Yeah, so they're really good friends in real life, aren't they? So
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
it's just natural for him.
Joe.
What about the match?
No, just their segment. Yeah. What do you make of Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn's little run? If you know what I mean.
Yeah, I like it. It gives Zayn a purpose as well, because he was losing matches for fun before he got with Owens, Owens obviously one of the biggest names on SmackDown, and probably one of, well, if not just behind AJ for the best in ring and.
Oh, there's
That
Nakamura.
match is going to main event Clash of Champions, I reckon.
What's that? The tag team match?
Yeah, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn. I reckon it will go on after AJ.
Can I just say, why does Shane have to get involved in every match now?
It's so
Look,
irritating.
if this was like logical, surely Shane would be the heel and Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn would be the faces. Because they did like one thing wrong literally every week. He's like, right, you're doing this, you're doing this, you're doing this. Like he's being an absolute bottom for them.
Yeah,
Do you know
it's
what I
really
prefer
weird.
to see? Daniel Bryan being the ref. Especially after three.
Yeah,
Yeah, that'd be
I reckon Shane will take a bump and Dan will come down.
See, that makes me interested in that. That will make my prediction from last week a bit more.
But what is the whole thing with Shane? Like, just get over it.
Yeah, he knows how to hold a grudge. Like, come on now.
Who's the heel? Is he turning heel?
Yes.
Yeah,
yeah,
I guess so.
yeah.
He's gonna go. He's gonna get lost with power and debray.
I think Vince also thinks that Shane's a big draw, so I think that's why he keeps getting involved and he's just not. Unless-
McMahon's definitely a draw.
Unless he's in a Hell in a Cell match, that I don't care.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, unless you're jumping off something.
Yeah.
Right, let's go on. Let's move on from Shane. I've had enough of him. Mojo Rawley's promo. Joe? Oh no,
I didn't see
Dom
it.
actually.
Well, yeah. It was the typical "I'm a heel now" promo. He's like, I've been held down for so long. Now I'm going by myself, do things my way.
Is that how he talked?
I thought it was a decent promo though from him.
Yeah, it was good because we're used to seeing Happy Go Larry, Mojo.
What was that thing we saw about that Gronkowski? I
Yeah,
wanted to-
so he's friends
Good
in
friend, yeah.
RAL. He's friends with Rob Gronkowski, and yeah, they Twitter beefed. So that could be a Mania match.
That would not surprise
Oh,
me at all.
I don't want to see that. Mania.
Well, Gronk got involved. Was it last year? He got
Yeah,
involved?
last year. I didn't even know who it was
Didn't you?
when he went in the ring.
Yeah,
He must be big over in America.
Yeah.
he
He's one of the
is
best
huge.
NFL players,
He's
yeah.
huge.
Okay.
But yeah, it was just a typical. Oh, sorry, how unprofessional of me. It's my mum as well. Oh, but yeah,
You just made the list.
yeah, just it was typical. I'm solidifying that I'm heel.
One thing I'll say about Mojo is, I think even when he was face, everybody wanted to hate him.
Yeah.
So I think this heel run could actually be quite good for him. Whether it's
Yeah.
going to be good or not, but I think people will hate him.
But once he beats Zack Ryder, because he's going to beat Zack Ryder,
He should
where
do.
does he go from there? Who's he going to go feud with him on SmackDown?
Don't know. Give him someone on. What's the one they do before SmackDown? Main event, is it?
Is that bad?
Grand Metalik.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I don't know. Good question.
Yeah.
Don't care either, really.
Mm.
No. just leave
Okay.
him. Jinder. Give him Jinder.
He wasn't on SmackDown this week.
Yeah,
Or
exactly.
AJ.
Beautiful stuff. Well, was it Jinder? Yeah. Oh, AJ, I missed AJ. But Ziggler and Corbin and Bobby Roode's little
Bobby Roode.
promo.
Yeah, the promo was quite funny actually.
But what do you make of Ziggler getting thrown in?
I don't understand it.
I forget Ziggler's even around now.
Yeah, like he's got. I guess he's got to be involved somehow because he actually. I think everyone would agree in ring he can actually be quite good. He's talented in the ring.
Yeah.
I just think he's so boring now. And I was happy with Corbin Roode, just them two.
I think he's been thrown into the match at.
Eat the pin.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking that. Yeah, I
Yeah.
was about to say that he's gonna eat the pin.
I mean, it's not even a thing he has been. But I'll tell you what, the top comments on YouTube were the 3 top comments had like 300, 400 likes each. Was push Ziggler, hope Ziggler wins.
How old is Ziggler now? Anyone know?
Mid-30s, late.
Yeah.
So he's still got a few good years left then.
I don't know what it is, but a lot of people are getting behind him on. Well, this is just the YouTube channel I'm going from, but
Yeah. Well, yeah, why not?
Yeah. Do you remember when he cashed in? When he cashed in that huge pop.
Yeah.
Like,
that was prime.
that was
Ziggler.
that was the Ziggler's best. That
Whose
was.
phone
Oh,
keeps going off?
James.
Oh, put that away.
Oh my word!
Off the table, mate.
Shut up.
Just disgusting, babe.
Is Ziggler texting him? Boy, mate.
It's actually Sky Bet.
Thing is, I just really haven't bought into Bobby Roode at all. I just don't like. I don't like him. I
Is
don't know
he-
what it is.
Is he just a song?
He's a better heel. Let him have a heel run before you judge it.
Yeah.
No, I think he's coming on alright as a face. People wanted to cheer him when he came there. so-
But he's a better heel. Come on, if you watch him,
Oh,
NXT,
100%. Yeah, 100%.
yeah, he will be. But I think he won't win the title. Is that
Do you not think?
no? What do you think?
Baron will hold it.
I think he'll win this time, but I think next time he'll win.
I think Baron will drop it at Mania. I think he'll carry it.
I don't think Baron will lose it this early because it just make him look even more of a joke again.
but I don't know.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting.
all right.
But yeah, I was gonna say something about Ziggler, but it makes no logical sense Ziggler being in that match. Like, it just came out of nowhere, didn't it? I
Yeah.
just saw it
Yeah.
on Twitter. It's like triple threat. Oh,
Don't
Well,
be
he
logic.
was feuding with Bobby Roode before, wasn't he?
was he?
Yeah, remember the roll up?
Oh,
thing?
yeah.
No one really won that feud.
No, wasn't it 50-50 booking? Didn't Ziggler win one?
Yeah, pretty much. What did you guys make of Daniel Bryan? I'm gonna ask you, Joe. You didn't have to. Daniel Bryan has made Natalia versus Charlotte at a Clash of Champions into a lumberjack match. Does that make you more intrigued in it?
Not really. Like I don't particularly like lumberjack matches. Like
Neither do
they
I.
can do a
No,
lot more with them. I feel they just kind of do a little chuck them back in, and then it's just an easy way to create more feuds with
Yeah.
lumberjack matches. Because then it always ends up with, like, let's say Natalia gets chucked out, and then like 2 girls turn on her or whatever. Then that creates more stories for them. I don't think it will make the match any more or less interesting. It wouldn't make me want to watch it anymore. So
When they were talking backstage, Daniel Bryan made it sound like it was going to be a 3-on-3 tag match,
Yeah.
which I would have much rather preferred than just see lumberjacks. Like, that's pointless.
Charlotte's winning that.
Yeah, there's no when Natalia's been
yeah,
that. So.
They should have put a 6-women tag match, like maybe even on the pre-show. Just give them something.
one thing I really want to know, although that with it being a lumberjack match now, does that not make more sense for Carmella to cash in because she's already around?
No, because there's other people there. They might stop her.
Yeah.
She wouldn't be clever.
When will Kamala
When is she gonna do it, though?
Mania?
Can they
No.
leave it that long?
Rumble.
Yeah, remember Seth Rollins?
Yeah.
And to be fair, like the first ever holder of it, like to cash in at Mania is a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
I reckon she might Rumble.
Yeah, I think the Rumble.
I think she'll take it into Mania because Mania is obviously the biggest thing that like all the promoters look at, and she is pretty.
A pretty.
She is pretty.
Um,
Hello, pretty.
Lucky Cass.
Bludgeon Brothers.
Boring.
Boring.
No, I
Their whole
actually,
attire
I
looks
actually
like
like
Kane.
them.
Have you noticed they look like
Yeah.
old school Kane?
I don't like their attire, but I do. I always like Luke Up. I think he's good, and I think giving him to the jobbers Braun Strowman style to begin with them is a good idea. But where they go after that, I don't know.
Don't you feel they just went backwards though? Because they actually fought Ryder and Rawley,
Yeah.
and then what happened this week? Who the hell are they?
They just need to build them up, and I don't think anyone else was willing, or they
Mate.
couldn't find anyone else to job.
Have they beat the Colognes? Have they faced them?
No, well, haven't the colognes been released?
No.
Nobody would know.
They
Nobody-
probably don't
and
even.
nobody
Yeah,
cares.
they
either.
don't even know themselves.
Should we go on to your segment, Jake?
Yeah,
Yeah. What do you want your old jingle in there?
I like that, please. Yeah. So my segment is called True or False. I will tell. It's 5 statements that I will tell you, and I'll ask all of you if the statement is true or false. We'll do a little tally, and there'll be a winner at the end.
What's the winner get?
You can buy us a drink.
Jake just doesn't bully you for a day.
Yeah, I won't bully you for a day.
Well, that's never going to happen, is it?
Yes, I'll try my best.
You can't do that.
Right, the first statement: Rey Mysterio was a 3-time world champion. True or false? Dom first.
False.
Joe,
Yeah, I'd say false. I don't think you want that many.
Val.
False.
The answer is true.
What?
Rey Mysterio is a 3-time world champion.
What?
Yeah.
Name the times on the face.
You can search if you want, Val.
Absolutely not.
The second question: Mustafa Ali was a policeman before WWE. True or false?
Go the other way this time.
Val.
Oh, why are you still? Can we go with Joe first?
Yeah, I'll say.
Okay, go on, Joe.
I think it's false, but I know someone who did that kind of thing.
Okay, Val.
I'm gonna say false.
Dom.
I'll go true just to mix it up.
It is in fact true.
Yeah.
Mustafa Ali was a policeman.
I know the great Carly used to do something
If you watch Raw, they actually Corey Graves said it during the match.
Oh, I thought he was gonna go. Oh, he was actually like a fireman instead of a policeman.
So I'm 1-0 up, by the way.
Yeah. Next question: Sting and the Ultimate Warrior were once a tag team. True or false?
True.
Dom.
Yeah,
Joe.
I'd have said true.
I'm gonna go true.
Yeah, that is true. They were once a tag team, which I think is
What?
weird.
Yeah, WCW probably back in.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Next question: Finlay won 0 belts throughout his WWE career. Finlay. True or false?
True.
Yeah, true.
I'm gonna go true.
He is a 1-time US champion.
Oh, I was thinking US.
Yeah. So,
My name is Finley.
and the last question. Needs something big here.
So
Dom not to win. Yeah.
Wait, you should let Dom go first then, because
Yeah.
he can tactically
Okay,
copy us.
yeah, that's
otherwise.
fine. Matt Hardy has won more tag team titles than Jeff Hardy.
oh,
True or false?
true.
False.
Joe?
True.
It is in fact False. They have won the same amount of titles.
You need a tiebreaker.
Oh, I
mate.
don't have a tiebreaker.
Quick, go on Wikipedia.
Between me and Dom.
We'll carry on and come back to me in 5 minutes, and
Okay.
I'll think of a tiebreak question.
Alright.
You guys have got to stay tuned.
Actually,
now.
no, while he's looking for a tiebreaker, there's one defending indefensible.
I was
Oh.
about to do that as well. You read my mind.
Get that jingle on.
Let's get this jingle on.
Must have been done.
So Joseph, 30 seconds to defend
Okay.
this statement.
It's going to be something ridiculous, isn't it?
Well, obviously, that's the whole point.
Well, last week's was bad.
Clash of Champions is the most stacked card of the whole year.
Okay, it's a Clash of Champions. It's in the name. It's literally the Clash of all champions. So you couldn't get a better name for a pay-per-view anyway. Who cares about WrestleMania? It's in an irrelevant time of the year. Clash of Champions. It's around Christmas. It's just fantastic, isn't it? Everyone's full of cheer. The card. There's a few decent matches on there. None particularly great, but but it's all about the spirit. Everybody's ready for Rumble. Everybody's ready for Mania, and this is the pinnacle. This is what people actually care about.
Sorry, you just said the card's not great.
Yeah, but
Honestly.
I whispered it.
I was actually going to give you the W until you said it's got a couple of decent matches on there. When I said you have to defend it being the most stacked card of the year. So,
Are you going to announce champion? Oh, I didn't announce last week's winner, but you already said it, didn't you? You said
yeah,
the-
I
Dom
did
won.
win. Well, we didn't even need to say it because it was that blindingly obvious.
Get in the bin. Right.
It was that blindingly obvious. So, do you want me to say the winner now?
I'm guessing.
Let's save it till the end.
Save it to the end, alright.
Well, we know who it was. I'm guessing.
No, we've got Jake's thingy, and we're
Actually, I can do a bit of cross marketing here. Go on to Twitter to look at the picture to find out who won the belt. At Solent WWE, there'll be a handover of the guards, so be sure to check it out there.
Cause that's the bottom line.
right. So,
Because Dirty Don Punt said so.
I was literally trying to cut you off because I knew you were going to say that.
Have you got anything yet, Jake?
No.
Oh,
give me
laugh
five.
at that.
Give me 5 minutes.
He's proper
Alright.
struggling.
I actually thought I did quite well there if I didn't mess that up.
Honestly, if you didn't say that one thing, you would have won.
I liked your passion.
Yeah. Did I sell Clash of Champions, maybe?
No, it's just still trash to me.
Yeah.
You said it was around Christmas though, which is kind of nice.
Which is kind of.
Nice.
Yeah.
Right, let's move on.
Oh, hello.
We can hear people from outside. That's what you get when you do a podcast in uni.
Yeah.
Right. Let's move on to I think we touched on it, the Bobby Roode match with Corbin and Ziggler got involved.
It was a lot better than I thought it was going to be, actually, because I said originally that they'll be quite slow matches because they're both big guys, and Roode's obviously in his 40s. But I thought it was a good match until then Ziggler got involved, and
I thought that made it more interesting.
it protects them all. No one had to take a pinfall. It was a good match until then, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing really more to say on that. I think we just have to wait now until Clash of Champions to see.
Do you guys think Bazza should retain?
Yes.
So do I.
I already said it's too early to take it off him. He was made a joke out of, and now he seems
For his
to
own.
put it all back together. If they take it off now, it's just stupid.
It'll be straight up glorious bomb. Corbin will come and push Roode out of the
End
way,
of days,
and then I think it'll just pin Ziggler straight away.
Yeah.
So Roode will hit Ziggler with the glorious DDT.
Oh, and he will
Corbin will just come in and sweep the pinfall.
Yeah. I hope they don't do that and be a bit more imaginative because that's.
But it's WWE, so basically.
Did anyone watch the Rusev and English segment?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm so glad they're in that match. They're quite funny. So it's now a fatal 4-way for the tag titles. Rusev and Aiden English with Shelton and Gable. But yeah, that was quite funny. We can just delete it anyway.
Wait,
We'll
what
live
are your
again.
question, man? I'm struggling to find one.
Just
But we can't give you the question.
Just say just type in wrestling true or falses.
Yeah, wrestling
Something,
quiz.
man.
Sorry about that, guys. We were rudely interrupted.
Oh,
We were.
typical. It's the power of editing makes it seem like we were not today.
True.
Where were we?
Yeah, where were we? We were talking about Rusev.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, Rusev.
Yeah.
Do you know what I really like out of that? If that merch, the Rusev, what's it called? Like,
Happy Rusev Day.
yeah, I actually kind of want one of them.
Really? I can't stand Rusev.
I love Rusev.
They do look cool though. Come on, the tops are cool, like the Bulgarian flag.
I didn't clock it, to be
You
honest.
didn't even notice?
No.
Oh, it looks good.
I watched on YouTube, so.
Low key Rusev is funny.
my brother and my family, my cousins, they all love him. But
Yeah, I love him too.
Can't stand him.
I did quite like him now. I just don't think that Aiden English is the kind of guy to put him with.
He's just such a random tag team. It was like Bruce Anger when they first got together. Like, they were so
This
random.
is even more random than that. Though,
Yeah,
I
it
think.
is. That's why it's funny. So.
Like, I just don't like Aiden English.
I like it.
There's nothing likeable about him.
Yeah,
He's annoying. He's a poor man's Elias.
Yeah, I was literally about to say that.
He really is.
Yeah, it's true. But oh well, it was good nonetheless, and good to see them get a win as well. So
Yeah, all right. What about the Riot Squad meeting? The welcoming committee.
yeah, we've already kind of said this.
Yeah.
It was
so-
an awkward segment though. Natalia just like said a bit and then just walked off.
I just think she's rubbish.
Yeah, she.
Rude.
I feel so bad because she seems like she's likable backstage. I think she's kind of everyone's mum back there.
Mm.
But I don't like her in-ring performances. I think she's quite clumsy and like quite heavy-footed in a way. Yeah, and I don't believe her on the microphone.
She's like that footballer at your team who like you loved for ages, and then they got to the peak, and then you don't kind of want to kick them out, but you know it's the best idea. Like,
Wayne
they're not-
Rooney.
Yeah, like they're not. You
No
still,
one in America's gonna
like,
get
they're
that.
still liked, but they're not it anymore.
Yeah.
But no one wants to tell them they're not it.
I liked her ever since she quote tweeted me.
Oh yeah, long live.
Long live that tweet.
You are the most famous person in Solent WWE for that.
For now, right? Let's go back to Jake the Snake.
The tiebreaker question is.
Wait, do you want me to play the 30-second timer to make it a bit more dramatic?
Oh, if you like
What?
to.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I feel like I should leave the room. So I don't know what he says, because then I could. One of us is just going to go opposite. Otherwise, we're going to know.
Go
True
on.
or false?
Right, okay. How about?
I'll leave the room, and I'll come back when you've done it.
Yeah, but if we'll still say the same answer regardless.
We might still, but then if you say true, then I'll have
All
to
right,
be
shall I
false, otherwise
reset the
we'll have to do
music
another one.
and you get out of the studio?
Yeah, I'll go. So I
Right.
don't know what you've said.
Jay,
Right.
wait till
We
I play
might
music
still
and then
end
you
up
can
saying
say.
the same, but-
Right. Oh my God, this is pressure. Oh, I've got my microphone now. Hello, everyone. Right, out
Thank
you go,
God,
Joe.
he's gone.
He's gone. Does anyone even like Joe?
No.
No. True or false? Chris Jericho
Just
Chris
Jericho.
Jericho holds the record for the longest intercontinental title reign at 454 days.
I believe that is false.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shall I call Joe in? Joe?
Yeah.
Go, Joe.
Get in there. I think it's Honky Tonk Man. That's what I think.
This is just this dramatic stuff right
I
now.
feel like you
Oh.
two definitely cheated and told him what the
No,
answer
no.
You definitely
You
haven't,
listen.
yeah.
You listen to this back. You'll know we ain't cheating.
Okay.
Oh, hot
Right,
dog.
ready?
Yep.
True or false? Chris Jericho holds the record for the longest intercontinental title reign at 454 days.
I'm going to go with false.
It is in fact false. It is the Honky Tonk Man.
Oh, called it.
And as Dom actually said who the wrestler was,
Oh, how'd you get bonus points for it?
Dom is this week's winner.
Okay, I'll let him win.
Chris Jericho's held the most intercontinental titles. Is that? I think that's right.
He's such a mark, isn't he?
What's I won?
yeah, congrats, Dom.
I was never going to win that.
Ole, ole. I'm holding the belt up even though it's been defending defensive.
Shall I play your chime for you? Actually?
Yeah, please.
But
I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
you're going to lose it next week.
Ah.
Right, Charlotte Tamina.
Oh.
To
What?
me, it's just
Jake, I'm going to go to you as you had a little break trying to search up a true or false question.
What was that? Charlotte Tamina?
Yeah.
Is Tamina the worst
Oh, rude.
female wrestler on the whole
she
roster?
actually is.
Ah, plain rude,
Absolutely.
rude.
She really is.
Would she have a career if it wasn't for her dad? Absolutely
Oh.
not.
They keep trying to give her like these, like not pushes, but you know, like
They make her out like she's a monster.
yeah, and she's not.
Jake's just gone full on 21 Savage there.
But that is
Yeah,
true. I think everyone.
Yeah,
thinks it.
she just has no. She's
Do you
just.
actually like Tamina Bell?
I think you can utilize her in. She shouldn't be pushed to the top, but you can definitely like give her like make her a bodyguard for someone.
Yeah, but
no,
they've
because
done
we're
that
moaning
so
about
many
using
times.
Nia like that. So why would you?
But I think you're going a bit over the top.
Do you remember how she came into wrestling? Does anyone know that? What her first debut was?
No,
She debuted with the Usos.
really.
Yeah, with the
Yeah,
Usos
she
debut,
does, yeah.
she was with them.
Oh, if she put.
Because
They're
they were a
hot as
family,
well.
weren't they?
Yeah.
Fun fact.
If they put her with them, maybe for a bit, because the Usos at the
The
moment.
Usos don't need her. Do
She-
they?
I know they
Yeah,
don't
man,
need her,
that-
but it could carry her a bit.
She was well, not her, but Team Bad with Naomi and Sasha Banks. People used to kind of cheer Tamina, kind of.
See, she has an alright moveset, I guess. So I think it's her character.
I finished as the Superfly
It's a Superfly
splash.
splash.
She can't express herself on the mic. It just comes off as
Yeah.
She
like,
sounds really whiny all the time.
and it comes off as inauthentic. Like it's just not.
Do you remember last year when Charlotte told Tamina to shut up, or she'll make her look like Ellsworth?
She'll
then
make
her look like Ellsworth, and then Tamina said exactly the same thing back to Charlotte, and it was just the most awkward, cringy thing I've ever seen in my life.
How long has she been? She must have been there now for at least.
Well,
7
Usos joined in
years,
11.
So that's 6 years.
Yeah.
So she's been for 6 years, and what has she done in those 6 years? Has she held title? I believe she hasn't.
No, I
No.
don't know actually. But
Has
I
she
don't
even
know.
been in a title match properly? Like,
Probably.
1-on-1?
Probably.
I don't think so.
Can we'll move on from Tamina. What was her faces? The Riot Squad came out, and Sarah Logan. I don't know if you listened to it back, but when she starts speaking, Corey Graves laughs very silently because he's laughing at the way she was like, "Went back with my pops" or something like that, and then you can hear Corey Graves. She should just be the muscle and not speak, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Big shout out to Corey Graves, by the way, best commentator, but an absolute mar.
I agree.
Yeah, but it's not hard to be the best commentator.
Can we just say how awful Booker T is, by the way?
Yeah, I was about
Yeah,
to say.
he's
Don't
very-
slate Booker T.
Booker
alright.
T is awful.
Can you dig it?
He also forgot his shoes on Monday.
Forgot his shoes.
He he had a full nice suit on. Then he had Rocher trainers on.
Maybe that's just trying to pull off. He's just going for it.
How did he forget?
He might be going through a crisis or something.
Well, yeah, he might be.
Oh,
But
mate, it's like he doesn't watch the show. It's like he doesn't know anything about the wrestlers. He says facts about 15 years ago about wrestlers that he just didn't seem to have a clue.
Just send him into the Royal Rumble.
No, like I said, maybe he's got stuff going
Yeah,
on.
he must do because he kills talent. Like
yeah,
they'll be wrestling and he'll just absolutely slate them.
yeah, but oh well, who cares?
Okay.
Bring back Saxton.
Orton versus Zayn. I'm so glad that Orton won. I'm not gonna lie.
I can't remember the end of it. Oh yeah,
Orton
Kevin
rolled him
Owens
up.
was
Yeah,
at the
KO
bolt
got the
cutters.
bolt,
Yeah.
Yeah, it was alright. Like, just keeps it going, really. Then Shinsuke came out. Yeah, great.
I quite like that. I don't know what they'll do with the whole. Because now Shinsuke's got involved in that. It's,
It's tag team, isn't it? Tag team match.
Mm.
yeah, but I don't know if I like the idea of Nakamura being in a tag team match again. Like I like him more as an individual. Like
It's just me that thinks that KO and Sami Zayn actually might get the win.
No, I think they will.
yeah, at the moment they're the biggest thing on there.
I think they should, but not a clean win.
No,
and
no.
not by pinning Nakamura.
I think Randy Orton will eat the pin
Yeah,
from
he'll have
Kevin
to.
Owens.
Mm.
That's next week's show anyway. Next week's prediction time. So it'll pretty much the whole show will be predictions. And what we
When
can
is
bet.
Clash of Champions?
Next weekend?
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not even that excited for it, to be honest with
No.
you.
No. Also, next weekend we need to do. Next week on the podcast we need to do end of year awards.
Oh, yeah, look forward to that, guys.
Mm.
And
Yeah, so send in some suggestions.
What
I'll-
rewards is Bao gonna get? Let's be real.
No, we're talking about
No.
wrestlers.
Oh, Jody Jobber, do you know what I mean? Who
Sorry.
invited him?
Oh.
Sorry.
With the end of year awards, are we going to have our own individual awards, or is it going to be as a collective?
We can all have our own individual award for a certain thing, like the oh my god moment. It'll be like Jake chooses or something.
Mm. Or
But then I think we'll have to consensually agree on wrestler of the year and stuff like
What
that.
happens if we don't all agree?
They're not afraid. I've got some mad news.
I'm not going to play it for you. But
we could have our own individual ones.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess we can choose a certain amount, but
Yeah, and then for some we'll agree on some as well.
we'll
we
do
could-
the
we could-
fans' choice as well.
we could individually say, we'll pick the favourite wrestler, and we not tell each other beforehand. Then we announce it, and then whoever's got the most votes. or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
And if it's just a four-way split, then it's a four-way split.
What we'll do, we'll put them up on Twitter over the week, and then we can recap it on Wednesday's podcast.
Okay. Last segment before you announce the winner, and I want to do 3 more favourite questions before we end.
Okay.
The Shane McMahon, Daniel Bryan little thing right at the end when
Yeah.
he said he's the new. Oh, Joe, just get out. Where he's going to be the special guest referee, and if they lose, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, they are gone completely from wrestling.
Yeah. Why is he lying for?
Yeah, why is it lying for?
Why?
Just they're not losing.
Imagine if Shane turns on them and not turns on them because he obviously doesn't like them anyway. I mean, as in like he costs them. So he, I don't know, gets a chair. He does something that. I think that's what I actually have no idea, man. He's going to turn on them two, and they're going to lose. But then Danny Bryan's going to bring them back. So he said, "Oh yeah, that's not a fair way to win." Do you know what I mean?
I was thinking that as a
Mystic Shakes.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good idea. Come on.
I've noticed you. It's good. I've noticed you always like on the spot comment. Actually, that's a good idea. And then
Yeah.
Do you know what soundbite we need to get for next week? The X-Files. Whenever Jake starts talking and predicting.
look at his face.
The thing is, Jake doesn't like his segment. Like that's why he's got rid of it. But he does it more just naturally.
Without it.
So we still have the segment.
You get best of both worlds.
Yeah.
Spoiling them.
We should see what segments they. If everyone wants to suggest a segment or something on Twitter.
Well, I'll see if people would suggest them.
Yeah, no one sent us any questions, guys.
Yeah.
Send us questions. There's 200 of you out there on
We can
Twitter.
give you shout outs.
Yeah, you will receive a Yorkie button for your travels.
Yorkie buns.
Yeah, no, I got some Yorkie buttons.
Do they do them in America?
No.
Probably not.
No.
Actually.
Let us know, guys, if you do Yorkie buttons.
We'll send them to you in America. Well, Dom will.
Yeah, don't will. No, pick man will. For all those who are wondering, that's my dad.
Right, just before you announce the winner, I'm going to ask Jake.
Yes.
I'm going to play my music, actually. Play my music. It's pretty shit.
Play my music.
Okay. Favourite pay-per-view?
Ever?
No, this year.
Oh, this year. Ooh. Ooh.
It's quite a hard one, isn't it?
See, Survivor Series was good up until the main event.
Yeah.
What was the main event
I'm
again?
actually trying to think
The
of what
Raw.
my favourite
Oh, yeah.
one was.
That was my favourite one up until the main event.
What did we go and see on?
I'll go Mania. I actually thought Mania was really good.
Okay. I think you're in the minority there. But
Apart
Actually
from the main
don't like
event, but I thought the Brock Lesnar Goldberg match was really good.
Yeah. Hardy's.
Hardy's was really good. There's some good matches in there.
Not Hell in a Cell.
some of the main
SummerSlam. What was SummerSlam?
trash.
That wasn't that bad.
What was the main event? I can just remember saying, "Oh, I hate SummerSlam. I hated it."
It's probably because you come bottom again.
Rude.
Yeah.
I can't remember what the main event was.
No.
Lesnar versus.
Wasn't it Lesnar Braun?
What was?
No.
You know when we went Orange Juice and we watched Lesnar Goldberg? What pay per view was that?
That was.
I'm pretty sure.
That was Survivor Series last year.
I'm pretty sure SummerSlam was Lesnar Braun.
Was it?
Wait, which one was the one where it was Lesnar, Strowman, Joe, and Reigns?
Oh yeah, that was.
Because that was a good one.
That was before Night of Champions. The one before Night of Champions. No, what was it called? The Great Balls of Fire. That was Joe versus Brock.
It wasn't
That was Joe
Payback,
versus
was
Brock.
it?
Yeah.
Payback.
I don't know.
I will search right now because I think that wasn't. I think overall I actually really enjoyed that card.
I'm just gonna throw it out there. Mine was the Royal Rumble
No.
because you had AJ versus Cena, which is maybe one of the best matches of the year, and still.
Yeah.
The Royal Rumble itself had Taker, Goldberg,
It was a bit of a.
and Lesnar. It was a
Stacked.
nostalgia fest,
Hmm.
and it also had like Ty Ginger and that come out. And I think we were pissed as well.
No, we were well happy at Roman coming.
No, I mean drunk. I mean drunk.
Oh, yeah.
I
it
definitely wasn't.
It was
Joe-
the
Joe was.
SummerSlam, the Fatal 4-Way.
I wasn't pissed, pal.
Joe, you get pissed on
Yeah.
one. When I got there, you were
Don't-
already.
I get what?
You get what?
Go on, finish your sentence.
We.
I was a little bit intoxicated.
Yeah.
Dom was getting annoyed because I kept stacking the bottles up and they fell all over the table.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was fuming.
So Jake, do you want me to come back to you for that one, whilst you?
No, I'll go SummerSlam.
SummerSlam.
That's
You mean
what,
WrestleMania?
that's one of the main event, the Braun, Lesnar, Joe, and
Was that
Reigns.
SummerSlam?
That was SummerSlam. Yeah.
Okay, SummerSlam was alright then.
Yeah.
Maybe it's something else. Dom.
Hello.
Favorite WWE faction of all time.
Oh, faction.
It's easy, isn't it?
What Shield? Do you think? Who? you think?
Evolution.
Evolution,
DX?
man.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't like Evolution.
I loved Evolution.
Oh no.
DX is up there, surely.
You just made the list.
I forgot.
Too predictable.
Oh, faction, man. There's been so many as well. Favorite ever. I'm gonna say just because when I was younger, it was like the best thing about watching wrestling was DX Reborn with Triple H and Shawn Michaels. It wasn't that good, like if you look back at it, but I loved it when I was younger. And it made me so happy, and I thought it was like the coolest thing ever. So.
All right, Joe, you ready for yours?
Yeah.
Most overrated WWE wrestler right now.
Oh,
Overrated.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You liking these questions?
Yeah, they're good. Overrated. Who is overrated?
Lesnar.
absolutely not.
This is going to be a seriously painful shout.
Oh no.
I know it's going to
Wait.
be.
I think
know
this
it's
is
gonna be.
necessary.
I honestly think he's overrated. It's Nakamura.
I knew he was going to say that.
Ah,
So-
I'm getting
Just
bit-
like he has so much hype around him, but I don't think he's ever done. Like, what's he done that special since he's come?
To be fair,
Really?
he hasn't had a good match yet.
I don't think he has.
No.
He's always Sami Zayn at Takeover Dallas is amazing.
Oh, me and Dom rate him highly. I think.
Yeah.
I don't
I'm
know.
not saying I don't rate him highly. I just think he doesn't he hasn't surprised me or lived up to what everyone.
Yeah. Anyone that says that his run so far on SmackDown has been a success are lying.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they would be lying, but he's very talented. If you watch him,
he is talented. Yeah, I just think they haven't been butchered right.
yeah, that's the problem with Nakamura.
So it was a fair shout.
Yeah.
But he himself is not overrated.
Right
Yeah.
now, I'd say he is.
I would say Finn.
I don't rate him though. Really.
Yeah.
He's
And
very good, but I mean, yeah, I know what you're saying.
Do you know mine would be actually, and this is outrageous. Mine would be Dean Ambrose for actually wrestling.
Oh, wow.
I don't think he's actually.
People are gonna hate us. I'm
Yeah,
saying Finn. You say
100%,
Nakamura.
Yeah, I was an Ambrose.
Yeah, but you have to pick someone big, 'cause otherwise they wouldn't be overrated.
Think of him in single actions like Dean Ambrose.
Yeah, he's not brilliant.
What about Hill?
I just like the dirty deeds.
Turn him heel and see what he can do.
Yeah,
Love
We haven't
him.
seen it.
give
Dom,
it a go.
Dom,
Yeah,
who do
love-
you think
give us an outrageous overrated.
Randy Orton.
Oh, that's fair
Is he
shout.
rated though?
Yes.
Not at the moment. He's not.
Yeah. No.
To be fair, his work probably 10 years ago now was very good, but ever since the last between 5 and 7 years.
Stale. No, not fight because 2013 he was good with the whole merging of the belts and that. He made D. Bryan, didn't he? Randy?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Who do you-
Last 2-3 years.
Bow, I've got a question for you.
Go on.
Who's the most underrated
Oh, underrated in the whole of WWE.
at the moment? Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, he doesn't like it when it's on him.
Yeah.
Cedric Alexander.
Really?
Yeah, he's amazing.
Oh, that's a good question. You know what? I'm going to say. I was going to go with Becky Lynch. She's just she's actually I think she's very good, and they just don't use her.
Do you know what might be? Rusev Massacre.
Oh,
Yeah.
getting a bit.
Yeah.
Rusev's
Agreed.
trash.
Rusev is underrated.
Nah, he's a really good wrestler, man.
Or what about Bray Wyatt?
Not a good wrestler, really.
nah.
No, but I just meant
That's underutilized.
his underutilized. Yeah.
Sort it out.
Sorry.
Do you know? I thought someone else who's overrated, although he's not in it at the moment. Someone I really just don't like, but he seems to get a lot of Big Cass. He's just so boring.
Oh
isn't he?
yeah, I agree actually.
They big him up to
Big
be
ass.
a beast, and he's just so boring. What's he
Yeah.
ever do? His moves in the ring are so just same. You can tell exactly what he's going to do.
Yep, agreed.
He's very dull.
I retract my Finn Balor statement. He's just stale now. He's not overrated. Dom, do you want to announce the winner?
The
He's
winner.
about to munch a Yorkie.
Well, sorry, I really shouldn't have eaten them.
They're for the audience.
Sorry.
He's only sending one of them over.
I've got one left, so send us a question to get it. I'll sign it and everything. The winner of Defend the Indefensible and getting a picture on Twitter with
He
the bell.
knows. He's already smiling.
It's not me.
It is.
It's Baldic Jahal.
Hey, of course it's me.
That's it.
Of course it's me.
Jake, I must say you get most improved though.
Oh, I
Yours
appreciate
was
that.
very
How
good.
do I not get most improved? I was the
Because
worst
you're a
last
jobber.
week.
I think I was
Yeah,
worse last week.
yeah, and you were the worst this week.
Was I still the worst?
Yeah, you're pretty bad, Joe.
You said I nearly won if I didn't say that little tiny thing.
It was- it was a big thing.
the tiny thing which completely contradicts the whole point of the game.
Yeah, well, hence why we split it.
Yeah.
No,
Nobody-
Dom, just to shut Joe up, you can say your little bit.
That's the bottom line.
Because Dirty Don Punt said so.
That was so cringy.
I've got people get hairs they're sticking out of their hair.
Right, guys, I think that sums it up for this week. Thank you for joining us. Do make sure you do tune in next week when we do the end of the year awards and as we head into Clash of Champions. So, yeah, thanks again for joining us, and we'll see you next week.